In my last vlog, which for me was yesterday, I ended the vlog off at the 50% mark or so with the blade itself. And I've been thinking about how I originally got into this bookish space and the things that helped me read. And one of those things is binging series. I haven't been doing that very much lately, and I think that that's caused a little bit of friction with my reading. So I'm going to go back to reading series straight through, starting with the first Law series. So I ended up finishing The Blade itself, and I rated that one 3 stars. Not bad, not good, but a lot of people said that the first book is the one that's not really great, and as you go further in the series, then you learn to appreciate. I've already started the second book, and I'm much more interested in the second book. And I found all of these books on audio on YouTube, so I will actually link that playlist down below so you guys can listen to these if you're an audiobook person. But I'm listening to the audio, and the audio is definitely helping get into the characters a little bit more. But I have to say, if you listen to audiobooks sped up, which I usually do, don't go too fast because you'll miss out on details. So you'll actually have to slow it down and make sure you're paying attention to everything. So yeah, this is my first Law reading vlog. I'm going to try to read all 6 of the books and go ahead and get through it and then see how I feel about the series after that. Or at least I'll read the first 3 books because it was originally supposed to be a trilogy anyway, and then it ended up being 6 books and 3 standalones, I think. So yeah, that's what's happening.
His companions were pulled from their indolence. 5 days, muttered the prince, his voice hoarse with excitement. Are you sure?
So this is my check-in at the 40% mark of Before They're Hanged. Is this the name of the book? I don't even know the name of the book I'm reading. This is much better than the first book. The first book was alright, but the second book, I'm thoroughly entertained. My attention is totally on the book. I think the first book I was having a hard time paying attention to what was happening, and I had to keep rereading over and over again, which was not great. But also, I'm consuming this via audio, so that could also have something to do with it too. But yeah, the narrators on YouTube, they took it from Audible, so it's good. It's good. I would recommend it. But I'm having a good time with this. Not feeling like this book is going to be lower than 4 stars, for sure. I finished my read of Before They Hang. It was okay. It was better than the last book. I rated the last book 3 stars. Before They Hang, or Before They Are Hanged, I think is the name of the book. I could never remember the name of the book. That's a sign that I can't remember the name of the book truly. Before They Are Hanged, I think it is. I'll give this one 3.5. You know what's missing for me? This book, it doesn't have enough plot to me. There's not enough reason why people are doing things, and that's just really not appealing to me. Also, there's not enough magic in this fantasy series for me to call it a fantasy series, and I'm not sure if I want to DNF this or not. Yeah, I'm gonna rate it 3.5. I already started the next book, The Last Argument of Kings, and I'm sitting here and I'm listening to it, and I'm thinking to myself, why do I care about this? And that's not really good. I'm gonna allow this to play for a little bit longer, but I'm really thinking about DNFing this, and I'm gonna show it too. Like, I'm gonna show it. If I DNF this, I'm gonna show it. But yeah, I'm thinking about DNFing this. Why am I reading this? If you're not enjoying something that you're reading, why are you reading it? That's just how I feel about it right now. Still, the one character that I actually cared about from the last book, I still care about that same character, Glokta. But other than that, the other characters, they have like little moments where it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. But I still don't care. Like, I'm not grabbed. I don't care what's happening with these people. Yeah, that's not a great feeling that I don't care. Like, I deeply don't care. Y'all, I have a confession to make. Unfortunately, I lied. I said I was done reading First Law, right? I haven't stopped reading it, and oh Lord, I hope this is not too windy. I haven't actually stopped listening to the audiobook. After I made the initial video and I was upset about the book and it not having any point and not having any plot and it just being about the characters, yesterday I was cleaning up, trying to get my apartment straight or whatever. I cannot keep my apartment straight. I don't know why. Maybe it's because my partner's not here. But anyway, I was cleaning up the apartment and I didn't feel like starting another book. So I just thought to myself, you know what? I'm just going to turn it on and just have it playing in the background. But why is book three actually good? Like, why does book three actually have my attention versus the other two books that I was reading in the series? And that's crazy because you shouldn't have to get to the third book in a series for it to grab your attention. But the same thing happened with the Sun Eater series. I wasn't into the Sun Eater series at all until the third book. And I still don't know if I'm into the Sun Eater series really and truly. But yeah, the last argument of Kings is actually turning out to be interesting. Oh, this weather is so bad, it's gonna rain. And I don't even know if you guys can hear me because I forgot to bring my windshield. So I'm gonna hold my hand over my microphone like this, trying to make sure that this audio is somewhat okay, because the wind is definitely blowing. But yeah, so I jumped back and I'm back reading. I'm ashamed actually. I'm in part two. Like I've gotten so far in the book. I'm in part two of the book. And it's actually good. But you know what? This third book, they actually have a freaking plot. There's actually some freaking plot in this third book with changing of roles and new big reveals and stuff. So the third book, I'm like, okay, so this is actually, stuff is actually happening now. So I don't feel crazy like sitting here reading the third book. But anyway, I'm still listening to that same audiobook playlist. But after I finish the original trilogy, I'm not going to jump into the standalones right away because I want to read some other stuff. So I finally finished my read of First Law, The Last Argument of Kings. And in my opinion, The Last Argument of Kings actually should have been book one because The Last Argument of Kings had the most plot, it had the most fantasy, it had the most storyline in it. And because of that's the book I enjoyed the most. But I still have no desire to pick up another book by Joe Abercrombie. So the three standalones that come after that, I'm not really interested. And the second era of this First Law, I'm also not really interested in that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put that down. I read the original trilogy and I think I'm good on Joe Abercrombie. So I hope you liked what you saw. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time.